morning to all Elliottians and welcome to another Marketing Waves video. Today is May 12th. It is a Wednesday, and again we are going to have a quick analysis on 5 different assets, including the euro dollar, oil, gold, dollar, Swiss franc, and also natural gas. So starting off with euro dollar, if you recall from yesterday, or the day before, we were looking at this multi-structure move to the upside. I still don't think that wave 3 is in, simply because we're an impulsive wave 3 in my opinion, and we've done only the first wave of the internal structure and the second, right? Which means, you know, this 1, 2, 3, and 4, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 over here, which to me looks like wave 4. Could be a very nice expanding flat over here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're expecting for 5. It's not really sure that wave 3 is in yet, because to be fair, it really looks like a replica of wave 1 pretty much in terms of size. So maybe a bit smaller even as well. So that's why we might need another leg down to get 3, then 4 and 5. As long as we have 5 waves down, then this is to consider an expanding flat. Now, usually we would expect prices to go to 120.84, not because that's the usual price level. It's just because that's the 61.8 Fibonacci expansion of waves of wave A. When we take into account the expanding flat, obviously, you know, one would say, what, you know, why not having been done here 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5? It could be a case, but really the structure doesn't. We need a clear 5-wave structure, okay? And to me, that is not really a clear 5-wave structure. Maybe 3 so far, so we expect 4 and 5, as I said before. Now, once we get there, yeah, actually anywhere to complete wave 5, we can consider going long, since before we get to 120.85, we've got the 120.91 to take into account, right? Because that's wave 1, and we want that move to remain impulsive. On a different note, we also need to take it into account that this is the 121 over here as well, okay? Which might be a very good handle to create some support, even before price gets there, okay? So it could be a weak attempt. In either case, once this happens, guys, once we get the move to the upside, we're probably looking at, well, first the 121.85 that was missed before, a 122.20, and then 122.75, which is where I expect wave 3, anywhere between this zone to end, okay? And from there, you know, we continue higher. Is this the reversal signal down that 116 or so that we've been expecting? We're gonna have to wait and see what time has for us. Now on oil, you remember we were looking at this as an A, B, and a C. Currently we are on wave B. We've done the an impressive move to the upside when triple zigzag over here. And as I expressed my opinion a couple of days ago, this looks like to me a leading diagonal with wave 2 done. And now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, a clear 5-wave move. And that's wave 1. And that to me is wave 2. So either we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to get like to 3 to 4 and to 5. And then 3, 4, and 5, as I said in the previous sessions as well, we're looking for below 60. Or we're gonna go up, okay? And that up means that this is an ABC. We can literally go close to the previous high and still consider this to be an opportunity, a good opportunity, because that would be a case where this is an ABC, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, like a running flat, okay? And then continuation to the downside. And of course, another scenario is that, well, we are not gonna stop here. This is an A, B, and a C, okay, which means we're gonna have to look our structure over here again for wave Z, and get wave Z up here for wave B to end a little bit higher up. And the least probable scenario is that you know, this is a leading diagonal to the upside, and the correction was done, which I have been in doubt for a while. Now let's have a quick look on gold. We talked about the correction yesterday, and that came through. Now what I'm looking at is this 3, 4, and 5 having ended here wave 1. That looks, it's a clear ABC, and there could be a case now that this is 1, 2, and we're going to continue higher, or this is like going to be an ABC, yeah, ABC, and we're going to get another ABC down. That will be W, X, and Y for a double 3 or double zigzag pattern over here. Looks like more double zigzag, to be fair. And then we continue higher. Okay, this is what I'm looking for gold as well. Now, if we ended the correction down to the 1816, then we're looking at around the 1877 next, because that would be the 100 Fibonacci extension of waves 1. Which wave is it? Yeah, 1 and 2 over here, the green ones. So we'll be looking for wave 5. Where is that? 4? Yeah. Okay, sorry. That we'll be looking for wave. Actually, no, we'll be looking at much higher than this. So there's 1618 to get to wave 5, 1951. That is, of course, a long call, but let's get to the 1877 first, which I'll be expecting. Let's see what we can expect, just to be a bit more realistic over here. In case that correction is in, then we're looking at the, we're looking at the 100, which is 1893 for wave 3. Okay, now the signals have been popping here over the past few days on euro dollar as well. What did we get for the oil? We got that one, and there's a slight divergence over here to the upside, which gave us this signal. And on the gold, well, this correction down, and now it looks like that, you know, this either going to be, as I said before, an ABC done or WX and Y. WX and Y is possible because we've had a dip correction to the 78.6, so usually even higher than that. Usually when we get that dip in wave B, then, you know, sometimes it does indicate that that might turn into a double zigzag. Now on dollar against the Swiss franc, made a change here because we're looking at a reversal down there, if you remember. That was supposed to be wave 3, and that was supposed to be wave 4, and then continuation to the upside. But I had a look at the long-term structure again, and it looks like to me that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which is like an ending diagonal. So I am expecting another leg down in wave 5, and that is going to be, of course, you know, coming in an ABC format, right? ABC. Now looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 leading diagonal in wave A over here, and no, wave 3 is not smaller than 5. This is like a correction, and then looks like to me 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for wave 1. And then we're correcting higher. We could go up to 90, 75 to 91 even for a nice correction at the golden 61.8 for wave 2 here, and then correct lower in wave 3, then 4, and then 5 where wave C is expected to go. Now, don't ask me which of those levels is going to be respected. It really depends on how deep the correction is and how the markets start developing on the downside, i.e. what other waves we get, how is the structure looking. This is what we need to pay attention to. Okay, so that is also for dollar against the Swiss franc. And last, actually, again, I keep forgetting about the RSI and the indicator. Okay, we've had that signal down here. We don't really get much over here as well. So likely continuation to the downside, which supports our view. And then natural gas, we talked about the reversal down here, right? Like a leading diagonal over here and a wave 2. And then it looks like to me we start a multi-structure move to the upside. And we're going to get wave 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and 5, where wave 3, blue 3, is going to end. And that, guys, that, in my opinion, and should this multi-structural move to the upside remains intact, then we're looking at high levels, okay? We're looking at quite high levels. Just to get an idea, and that will be just 1 and 2, we're looking at, well, at least 371 for wave 3, but since this is a multi-structure, we're probably looking at the 2618 for wave 3, which is 4.5 or even higher. We'll see how that develops going forward. Now, in the shorter term, okay, and without signals over here, which means likely a continuation to the trend direction, what we can see, guys, is that this is an ABC. This is an ABC. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, perhaps. Which means that could be a running flat with an ending diagonal in C. And we're expecting the 5th wave to the downside. Once we get there, and that has to be above the previous low, of course, then we are going to go up in a 5-wave move to take out wave 5, wave 1, and then continue to the upside after a brief correction. Well, it could be a brief one, but it could be a dip. We never know. So this is what I'm expecting also on natural gas as well. The other scenario, of course, is that, you know, this is some sort of WX and we're going to get a Y. So the potential of prices moving below the previous low are quite good. And as usual, that would suggest that prices can get down to 2.82 or perhaps even down to 2.73, but I doubt this is the case considering how bullish this looks to me. Okay, guys, so this will be all for this session. Thank you very much for watching. In case you have questions, don't hesitate to go ahead and ask on our YouTube commentary section. And if you have alternative scenarios in mind, do reveal them. Thank you for watching, and we'll speak again tomorrow.